birthday to you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Robbie.G Show podcast, and that's right, if today is your birthday, December 21st, happy birthday to you, and here's some celebrities that share your birthday on this day. Samuel Jackson, that motherfucker, he's 75 years old. That's insane. Samuel Jackson, Sam Jack, baby. Let's see, who else has a birthday today? Let's see. I'm just looking for the really good ones. Jane Fonda turns 86. Let's see, who else? Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond turns 66 today. Kiefer Sutherland is 57. Let's see, who else do we got here? Haha Davis, Instagram star, is 31. Otis from the WWE is 32. And that's all the big ones. And then Frank Zappa would have had a birthday today, a guitarist. He would have had a birthday today also. Really quick, let's look up some December 25th birthdays. Let's see who celebrates on Christmas Day, because it is Christmas weekend here, which is crazy. But let's see who celebrates on Christmas Day, since we won't be here. Let's see. Haley Jade, Eminem's daughter, turns 27 on Christmas Day, or 28 on Christmas Day, sorry. Let's see, Jimmy Buffett would have had a birthday on December 25th. Singer Dido will be 52 that day. Let's see, anybody else? Miro, former WWE wrestler and AEW wrestler, will be 38 on Christmas Day. Annie Lennox will turn 69. Sissy Spacek will turn 74 on Christmas Day. Let's see, and that looks like about it. There's like a bunch, but I mean, a lot of people, most people wouldn't even know. So those are people celebrating on December 25th. So if your birthday is Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, happy birthday to everybody that celebrates on those days. We are going to talk about some fun stuff today. We got the NFL Week 16 predictions. I'll talk about my bowl predictions for tonight all the way through next Wednesday-ish, to see how I do on those. I'm going to also have some fun stuff coming up after that. No major celebrity news this week, so I will be talking about Christmas Day games, and then I'm going to do some top 10 lists of things for Christmas, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you haven't finished shopping yet, if you're thinking of some ideas for fun games, I'll have the top 10. If you want to watch some holiday movies, I'll tell you the top 10 of those, and if you want to listen to some holiday music, I'll tell you the top 10 of those. So we're going to have some fun today on this Christmas edition of the Robbie.G Show podcast. Let's get into it. We're going to start out with some NFL Week 16. That's right. Last week I went 9-7 on the predictions. 132-91 for the season, and then 68.94%, so not bad. This week we kicked Thursday Night Football off with the Saints and Rams. I got the Saints in that one. I don't think the Rams are going to pull that one off, even though I will go over what the Bears need to happen this weekend and the next 3 weeks for them to actually have a playoff spot, possibly. It's a very slim chance, and a lot has to happen, but we'll go over that after this. Saturday game. There's only one, or actually no, it looks like there's two that day. Bengals and Steelers. We got the Bengals over the Steelers, and then we got the Bills and the Chargers. I got the Bills winning that one. Sunday on Christmas Eve, we got a full slate of games that day. We got the Colts and Falcons. I got the Colts in that one. Seahawks versus Titans. I got the Titans over the Seahawks. Lions and Vikings, a good NFC North Division rival going at it. Lions and Vikings. I got the Lions winning that one. Washington and the Jets. I've got the Jets in that. Jets are officially eliminated from the playoffs. They said that Aaron Rodgers will not play any game this season since they have no shot at making the playoffs. Packers and Panthers. I got the Packers in that. Let's see, Browns and Texans. I got the Browns. Those were the noon games. The 3 o'clock games, Jags and Bucks. I got the Jags in that one. Cowboys and Dolphins, I've got the Dolphins beating the Cowboys. And then the Bears and Cardinals, I've got the Bears winning that one. They're taking on a 3-11 team. They should be able to win that. Sunday Night Football, Pats and Broncos, I've got the Broncos beating the Patriots. Monday night, Christmas Day, we've got 3 games that day. One at noon, one at 3, and then one at 7:15. First game is going to be the Raiders and the Chiefs. I've got Kansas City in that one. I think the Chiefs beat the Raiders. Giants and Eagles. I got the Eagles winning over the Giants and snapping that losing streak they're on. Very sad. And then Monday Night Football. We got the Ravens and the 49ers to close out Christmas Day. I've got the 49ers over the Ravens. So some good games on the docket starting tonight. We've got Thursday Night Football, Saturday Football, Sunday Football, and Monday Football for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So make sure you check out all the football with your family while you're doing your thing. That's going to be great. So here we go. There's some scenarios. Now, I mean, let's be very 100% honest here. A lot has to happen for the Chicago Bears to make it to the playoffs. There is a very slim chance right now. They have like a 3% chance of making the playoffs. I don't see it happening, but weirder things have happened in the NFL. If the Bears win out, they would still win 8 games this year, which I predicted 8 or 9 wins for them. So, we'll see what happens. I can't believe I have a gallery on my phone, and I had to download the gallery. It wasn't just automatically there like everybody else has, and I have ads on it. It is the stupidest thing in the world, but it's crazy because it's nuts. So here's what has to happen for the Bears to make the playoffs this year. This is Week 16, which is this weekend. The Rams have to defeat the Saints. The Colts have to defeat the Falcons. Now, I picked the Saints tonight over the Rams. We'll see what happens. But if that happens, the Bears are officially out, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure all this has to happen for them to make it. So maybe we can get an upset with the Rams and Saints. I'll take that upset. I'll take that loss if I have to. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather the Bears make the playoffs than me be right on some predictions. But everything else I predicted, I believe, is here. So let's see. Colts defeat the Falcons. I've got that. Titans over the Seahawks. I predicted that, I believe. Yes, I did. Lions defeat the Vikings. I picked that. Packers defeat the Panthers. Eagles over the Giants. Ravens defeat the 49ers. I didn't pick that one. That's Monday Night Football. And Bears defeat the Cardinals. I picked that. So that's what has to happen this week for the Bears to still have a shot at making a playoff spot. Now, here's what has to happen next week on Week 17. The Lions have to defeat the Cowboys, which I'm sure I'll pick that one. Giants over the Rams. I don't think I'll pick that one. Buccaneers defeat the Saints. No, probably not. Steelers over the Seahawks. Possibility, but probably not. Vikings defeat the Packers. I think that'll happen. Vikings will still be fighting for their playoff life. And the Bears defeat the Falcons. I'm taking that one. I think the Bears can defeat the Falcons in that. So we'll see. And then Week 18. There's only 4 scenarios. If all this happens in Week 16 and 17, 4 scenarios have to happen for the Bears to have a shot. And here it is. Lions defeat the Vikings. I can see that happen. Falcons over the Saints. Possibly. 49ers defeat the Rams. That's a probability. And the Bears defeat the Packers. That's 50-50 right now. It could happen, but it might not. So that's everything that has to happen for the Bears. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 scenarios have to happen in games for the Bears to have a shot at the playoffs. It all starts tonight with the Rams and the Saints. If the Rams lose to the Saints, which is what I predicted, the Bears are probably officially out because I believe all this would have to happen for them to go. That's a lot. But weirder things have happened. So we'll see what happens there. I'm excited either way. I think that the Bears, still win out and win every game that they can. Because at that point, I think that the Bears, they pretty much know, I think that they're going to be out, but they're still going to play to win, which is good. That's what you want. You want your team to be competitive, and you want them to win as many games as you can. Here's what I feel is going to happen for the Bears. I think that, obviously, I think the Bears have a chance to win out, and I think they should do that. Some people might say tank for a better draft pick. At this point, you're most likely going to lock in that number 1 pick, and at the worst, maybe number 2 with the Carolina Panthers. You're not going to drop much more anyway. You already have 5 wins, which is more than a lot of teams have, so you're not going to get a top 5 pick. That's most likely going to other teams. Let's see what the draft order is right now for the NFL. Let's see where they're at. So let's see. NFL Draft Order 2024. So let's see. This website's called Tankathon. So right now, Carolina is number 1. So that's the Bears pick. New England is number 2. Arizona's number 3. Washington is number 4. And we're number 5, tied with the Giants, the Jets, the Chargers, and the Tennessee Titans. I mean, we could move, realistically, up to... I mean, Washington would have to win, Arizona, New England. We don't want Arizona to beat us. They're 3-11. We don't want to lose that game, even for a little better spot. So, for me, I would rather win. You might move somewhere else in the top 10 if we keep winning. But at this point, I want the Bears to try to win as many games as possible. I think the Bears have a good thing going. I think Luke Getsy is going to get fired at the end of the year. I think that Eberflus is on the bubble, so he may get fired, but he might not. We'll see what happens there. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with that. But the Chicago Bears, I believe, will keep Justin Fields. They will draft Marvin Harrison Jr. if he becomes eligible for the draft, which I think he will. I don't think he stays in Ohio State. I think that he'd rather just go to the pros, because why risk getting hurt in your senior year and losing your stock in the NFL? Your legacy is not to win a championship in Ohio State and beat Michigan. Your legacy is to be better than your father in the NFL, which is very hard to do since he won a Super Bowl and he's a Hall of Famer. So you got big shoes to fill, but I think he's up for that challenge, and I'd like to see that happen. So no, if I'm Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm going right for the pros, and I'm going to take the Chicago Bears, and I'm going to run with that. I think with him, Justin Fields, they're both alumni of Ohio State. I think that's a good connection right there already. And then DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, a couple good running backs. Upgrade the line, obviously. Get a couple better left tackles and guards. Maybe another center. You're good to go on the offense. Your defense, if it stays like it is right now, you're good to go there too. So yeah, if I'm the Chicago Bears, I'm happy with where I'm at. If I win even 2-3 more games and I sweep the series out of the season out with 3 more wins, that gives me 8 wins on the season. 8-9, better than last year's 3 wins. They're already better than last year with the 3 wins that they had last year. They have 5 right now. They improved. Justin Fields' numbers, no matter what people want to say about him, his numbers have all improved everywhere. I'm excited for the future of the Bears. NCAA. Pretty crazy. I went 5-4 out of the 9 games that happened for last week with the Bulls. I was 55%. Not a good way to start, but it's college. It's a little different than predicting NFL games, because college can really, really go either way. So can the NFL, but college is even worse. But it all kicks off tonight, my second half of this. So I got Syracuse and South Florida. I'm going with Syracuse. My friend Antoinette, she will be proud because she's a Syracuse fan. So go Q's in that one. Tomorrow we got UCF versus Georgia Tech. I'm taking Georgia Tech in that one. Saturday games: Northern Illinois versus Akron. Is that Akron State? No. Man, sometimes my handwriting isn't great. It is Northern Illinois versus Arkansas State. And I've got Northern Illinois with the win there. We got Duke versus Troy. I've got Duke winning. We got Air Force. And they're taking on... Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me look it up. I don't want to say the names wrong. And I just did a quick scribble so that I can have that on there. But yeah, let me look this up. Hang on one second. I just don't want to get the names wrong. But yeah, some good games on the docket. Next week's even better. I'll be honest there. Next week's going to be even better. You got the big bowls on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and stuff like that. So I cannot find my app. This is crazy. ESPN app, that's what I use. ESPN Fantasy, use it for all your games. I found it now. Let me see what we got here. So let's look at our picks again. I've done some good picks so far. But let's see what happens. So, yeah, Georgia Tech and UCF. I had Georgia Tech in that one. Northern Illinois Huskies versus Arkansas State. I've got Northern Illinois. Duke versus Troy. I got Duke. Air Force Falcons versus James Madison Dukes. I've got James Madison Dukes winning that one. That is in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I've got Georgia State Panthers versus the Utah Aggies. I got Georgia State winning that. South Alabama Jaguars versus Eastern Michigan Eagles. And that's funny because it's Michigan, a Michigan team versus an Alabama team. But this one, I think South Alabama Jaguars are going to win. That's the 68 Ventura's Bowl. Let's see. Northwestern Wildcats, some local boys, versus the Utah Utes. And that's in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. I've got Northwestern winning that one. San Jose State versus the Coastal Carolina Chancellors. I've got San Jose State Spartans winning that one in the East Post Hawaii Bowl. Here's another one, the Quick Lane Bowl. Bowling Green Falcons versus the Minnesota Golden Gophers. I've got Bowling Green winning that one. We've got the Texas State Bobcats versus the Rice Owls. I got Texas State winning that one. And that is Tuesday, so we're in Tuesday already. That's crazy. Tuesday night, we also got the Kansas Jayhawks taking on the UNLV Rebels. I've got Kansas winning that one. Wednesday, we've got Tulane Green Wave versus Virginia Tech Hokies. I've got Tulane winning that one. And then another Wednesday game, we got North Carolina Tar Heels versus West Virginia Mountaineers. Go North Carolina in that one. And then Wednesday, a big one. The Louisville Cardinals, number 15, coming in, taking on the USC Trojans and Caleb Williams. Caleb's going to choke again like he always does, and Louisville's going to win that one. Texas A&M Aggies versus the number 20 Oklahoma State Cowboys. I've got Texas A&M winning the TaxAct Texas Bowl. And that's it for that. I'll go over the next ones next week. That'll be the final week of the big bowls before the national championship. So we'll see how I do with all that. Hopefully we do good. Coming up in a second, I'm going to have what's going to happen for Christmas Day with the NBA games. We'll talk about those coming up in a second. All right, here we go. December 25th, Christmas Day. It is the annual NBA games. This year we got football on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we also have basketball. So here we go. Bucks versus Knicks kick it off at noon Eastern on ESPN. The Knicks will extend their record for Christmas Day appearances to 56 and look to tie the record for most Christmas Day wins at 24 when they host the Bucks, who swept them last season. Milwaukee has won 6 straight head-to-head meetings. A potential meeting in the 2023 Eastern Conference semifinals was thwarted after Milwaukee was upset by Miami in the first round. New York made the East semis after it ousted the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round behind the stellar play of Jalen Brunson. So that's the first game of the day. Second game, Warriors versus Nuggets at 2:30 Eastern, ABC and ESPN. Christmas Day will continue with a matchup of the past two NBA champions. The 2022 Warriors beat the Nuggets in the opening round of their way to their fourth title of this dynasty, with two-time Kia MVP Curry adding his first Finals MVP to his resume. Last season, the Warriors were eliminated before a potential showdown with Denver in the conference finals as the Nuggets reached the finals and won their first NBA title in franchise history, with another two-time Kia MVP earning his first Finals MVP in Jokic. That is the second game. The third game on the docket, Celtics and Lakers. Now that is a going back to the oldie but goodies, Celtics and Lakers, but in the year 2023. The most storied rivalry in NBA history adds another chapter to its rich history as LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers take on Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the Celtics. Both teams enter the season with their eyes set on being the first team to reach 18 NBA championships. Last season, both contests between the Celtics and Lakers went to overtime, with Boston prevailing by 4 points each game. Overall, Boston leads the all-time regular season series, 165 to 133, and is 43-31 versus Lakers in the playoffs too. That game is going to be at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central Time on ABC and ESPN. And then the final two games of the night. That's crazy. There's like 5 games on the docket. 76ers versus the Heat at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. The showdown should pit Embiid, the reigning Kia MVP and two-time scoring champ, against the defending Eastern Conference champion Heat, led by former Sixers star and Bull Jimmy Butler. The Heat won the 2022-23 season series 2-1, with each team recording a 20-plus point blowout. Miami, however, got win number 2 in the series off an incredible acrobatic reverse layup by Jimmy Butler with 90 seconds left to play. And Christmas night will end at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN with the Mavericks versus the Suns. The first time Durant and Kyrie Irving met as opponents after their 3+ seasons as teammates delivered a classic overtime matchup between the Mavericks and Suns. In that game, 4 players scored 30 or more. Durant had 37, Devin Booker had 36 for Phoenix, Luka Doncic had 34, and Irving 30 for Dallas, in the Suns' 130-126 win. That game left NBA fans clamoring for a playoff matchup that never materialized. But as a consolation, we get a rematch for Christmas Day. So those are the 5 games to check out: Mavericks and Suns, 76ers and Heat, Celtics and Lakers, Warriors and Nuggets, and I'll kick off with the Bucks and the Knicks on Christmas Day. So make sure that if you love basketball, you watch those games. That's going to be an awesome thing. I can't wait. Let's see, some movie news. We're getting this stuff pretty quick already. But here's some movie news for movies that release this week. Let's see if anything good's coming out. December, what would it be? 22nd, 2023. So let's see. Anything good coming out on Christmas weekend? There usually is. Movie Migration comes out this week. So if you like movies like that for your kids and you, go check that out. Let's see. I don't see anything good. I mean, it depends on what you're into. Aquaman comes out. Aquaman and Lost Kingdom. So if you're a fan of Jason Momoa and really bad DC acting, yeah, go check out Aquaman this weekend. Migration, and then Wonka is still out, obviously, and so is The Color Purple. So if you haven't seen any of those in the theater, make sure you go check them out this Christmas weekend if you're not doing nothing. Some people don't go and do anything Christmas Eve. Some people don't do anything Christmas Day, so that's why movie theaters are open. When I come back in a second, we're going to talk about the top 10 lists. I got some good ones. We'll check them out when I come back. Alright, so if you've yet to shop for Christmas for your kids. Here's some stuff that is very big and still in stores that you can get for your kids this weekend if they're still looking for presents. Bum Bums, 4.5-inch retro bums, plush 5-pack. Retails about $18. Those are still available. Magnetiles, if your kids are into building stuff, definitely get some Magnetiles. You'll love it. It's the Downhill Duo. It's a race kit. It's really cool. Make sure you grab that. It's about $70 in the store. For the girls, Disney's The Little Mermaid Camp Transforming Little Mermaid Skirt Pink. $88 for that, but that's for your kids. Squishmallows, very popular right now. They got a Pokemon Pikachu 14-inch Squishmallow Holiday Plush for $25, so you can pick that up. The Droid Romper Electric Trike Powered Ride-On, $98 in the store. Make sure you go pick that up for your kids if they like Power Wheel type things. We also have a Radio Flyer 36-volt Extreme Drift Go-Kart Ride-On for $398. Super Mario Brothers Wonder for the Nintendo Switch. If your kids are Mario fans, if you raised them right, make sure you check that out. That's a fun one. That's retails for about $60 in the store. You can also get a Nintendo Switch for your kid, the Mario Red Edition for $350. So go check that out if you want to get your kids something fun with that. Let's see, and then we got the Beast Lab Shark Beast Creator for $54. Check that out in the stores if you want to get it. For the little kids, it's a Sesame Street Elmo Slide Singing and Dancing 14-inch plush. I saw this at Walmart. It retails for about $42. It's really cool, so make sure you go check that out. Also, the Elmo Slide. That's cool. And one more thing, Melissa and Doug Pilot Dashboard. If your kids talk about wanting to fly an airplane one day when they're little, make sure you get them a Melissa and Doug Pilot Dashboard. It's got like a bunch of buttons and the steering wheel for a plane. They can practice and pretend like they're flying a plane, so that's really cool. Bluey Hammer Barn Shopping Center Mega Set. That's pretty cool, $90. And then Bluey the video game for Nintendo Switch. So check that out. It's only $30. Not too bad to have a video game price. And then for your little princesses, we got the Disney Princess Royal Collection, 12 Royal Shimmer Fashion Dolls for $190. That's all the Disney princesses. It's cool. I see them all. I see Snow White, Cinderella, I see Ariel. Yeah, they're all on there, so make sure you check that out for your kids. So if you haven't gotten your kids gifts, that's some popular ideas of big toys that are released right now. Let's see. We are going to go into some more fun lists. If you haven't shopped yet for the man in your life, here's some fun stuff that you can still get them. I'll just run down a list of some stuff that men would like. So here we go. 73. I'm not going to do 73 of them, but here's gifts for men. I got this on Good Housekeeping. You can go check out the whole article there, and it's 73 best Amazon gifts for men that he'll love the most this year. Let's see. So, men don't really want necessarily a tie, but it's cool. Let's see. Number 1, smartphone screen magnifier stand. That's pretty cool. I would take one of those. Number 2 on the list, a smart Wi-Fi mini projector. That's really cool. I like that. You can find a lot of these on Amazon. Actually, I believe you can find these all on Amazon. You might be able to get last minute shipping, so check it out. A smart meat thermometer. I'm sure you can buy these in the stores too. Smart meat thermometer for the men that love to cook. You can actually put the thermometer in the meat and it'll show up on their phone. That's cool. That's the new day and age of thermometer use. And it's easier to read than those stupid little thermometers that we use. Unique tech gift, a smart notebook, comes in at number 4. Comes with a pen and everything. 80 pages in the notebook can be used over and over again. He can jot down all of his notes, scan them with his phone when he's done, and save them, and place the book in the microwave. Yes, the microwave to erase what he wrote. So after you put it in the microwave, it'll erase everything. Number 5, if he lives for fishing, Bluetooth smart fish finder. It's a bobber and it goes to the men's phone. That is right. I'm telling you, it's the new tech age. Number 6, great for guys who love to work out, foot and leg massager. That one's cool. It actually goes like a boot on your foot and your leg, and it massages with the buttons and stuff. Really cool gift there. Number 4, hilarious stocking stuffers. Instant underpants. Just add water. I don't even know what to say. Wow, that's crazy. Number 8, perfect Christmas gift for any man. A hanging leather toiletry bag. They can put all their stuff in there on vacation. It's a small bag. It's by Vitelli, and you can put all your toiletry stuff in there for when you go on vacation. You could probably put more than that in there. You could hold books and all that in there too. A stylish toiletry bag where he can store all his personal items is a useful gift that always scores big with guys. Customers say it's well made and fits everything they need when traveling. Number 9, something he definitely already doesn't have, a mini chainsaw. That's right, it's a small chainsaw. This is cool. A really good idea. It's not as heavy and big and bulky as what the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy used. Leatherface would not like a mini chainsaw because this thing is very small, but it's cool for like smaller things, like smaller pieces of wood and everything. So make sure you check that out. And number 10, this is fun. Top gift from Father's Day. Smartphone RC controlled paper airplane kit. You make a paper airplane that's controlled by your cell phone with, like, it'll go like left, right, up, down, all that stuff. That's really cool. That's 10 gift ideas for men. Let's talk about the women now. This is for the women in your life. I got to get to it. It's all saved on here. Hold on. But yeah, that's 73. Well, there's 73 gifts. Make sure you check out in Good Housekeeping if you want more ideas than just that. Let's see. We're in the Christmas spirit. Let's keep going with it. Here's from goodhousekeeping.com also. Now, this is for the men, for women in their lives. Could be your wife, could be your mother, girlfriend, could be maybe a daughter. But here's 70 best gift ideas for women to make her feel the love. And let's see what we got. Let's see. Number 1 on the list, Spa Finder gift card. It says a GC to her favorite spa, nail salon, or facial spot is a no-fail idea. So that's basically like a card, a gift card, and it's used at any spa. You could do $25 there, and they can use it anywhere that they go. That's a spa or a beauty salon. It's really cool. Alice's Table, a unique last-minute gift idea. It says there are so many different workshops she can attend, and what makes Alice's Table so great is that they will send her everything she needs. For instance, if she wants to learn flower arranging, the site will send her fresh blooms to help her get started. That's for the woman in your life that loves being creative. So definitely do a gift card for Alice's Table. That comes in number 2. Number 3, sling bag. I know a lot of women love these things. Make sure you get her that. If she's a fan of the Today Show, she likely caught the clip of Hoda Kotb rocking the stylish sling bag during a segment. So make sure that you check that out. Women love that. Number 4, it's I Wrote a Book About You. It's one of those fill-in-the-blank books to create a truly one-of-a-kind gift. You can go sweet, silly, or both. It really doesn't matter. But she'll be happy that you took the time to make something so personal. Let's see. Cloud slippers. Every woman loves slippers, especially cloud ones. These look really comfortable, so make sure you go check it out. Let's see. Brick House Hoops. It's jewelry under $20, gold hoops. Make sure you check that out. The brand is made by Oprah's favorite things list, but now all sold out. Luckily, you can still get your hands on a pair of their Brick House Hoops in gold and silver. Let's see. Password book. This is great for anybody, but this is a woman's one, but I'm sure they make them for men too. It's the password book, internet password logbook. You can put all your passwords in there and never forget it. You can get that on Amazon for $14.99. Number 8, women's long sweater. Women love sweaters. It's a great gift idea for the woman in your life, so make sure you check that out. You can go and get that for $45.99 on Amazon. Number 9, a Shatsu back massager and neck massager. Women love that, especially women that carry around babies all day long. That's nice at the end of the night. And number 10, top gifts for her, a rechargeable hand warmer. You can't go wrong with that in the wintertime. If you live in the East Coast or the Midwest, it gets cold. $23.99 at Amazon, but make sure you go check that out. Top 10 gifts for the last 2 years. It's been in the top 10. So make sure you check that out. Women will love that. So go to Good Housekeeping for more ideas for women if you haven't shopped for the women in your life. Right now we're going to talk about the top 20 Christmas movies. That's right. Let's see what movies you could watch with your family this Christmas weekend while you're wrapping presents, while you're eating, or just while you're with your family. Number 20, The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, always a favorite of mine. Number 19, Gremlins from 1984. Make sure you check that one out. One of my favorites, and I'm surprised isn't in the top 5. Number 18 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Let's see, number 17, one of my favorites with Bill Murray, the movie Scrooged. Make sure you check that one out. Die Hard for the men in your life. Watch that with them this weekend. It is a Christmas movie. It made the list of top 20 Christmas movies. It came in at number 16. My boy Bruce. I love Bruce Willis. Number 15, Miracle on 34th Street from 1947. Great flick. Number 14 is White Christmas. One of my favorites with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. Everybody remembers that line from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye, everybody remembers that one. Number 13, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Make sure you check that one out. Number 12, Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy with Trading Places from 1983. Another good Christmas movie. Number 11, Home Alone from 1990, the original. Make sure you check that out. My little boy Macaulay Culkin. He rocked in that movie. Number 10, a oldie but a goodie from 1964, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Make sure you watch that with the kids this weekend while you guys are doing your Christmassy things. Number 9, The Year Without a Santa Claus from 1974 with Mickey Rooney. That's a good one. Number 8, The Muppet Christmas Carol with the Muppets. Kermit, Fozzie, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, all of them are in there. It's a good one. Number 7, a little risque, this isn't for the kids, Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton, one of my favorites. Make sure you and the missus check that out this weekend while no one's up. Number 6, Love Actually with Hugh Grant, and who is that with him? Is that... who is that with him? Oh, Marilyn McCutcheon. I've never actually seen Love Actually from 2003. But Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is in that movie, so make sure you check that out. Number 5, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the cartoon version of it from 1966. That's always a classic. Check that one out. Let's see, number 4, the movie Elf. My boy Will Ferrell. Gotta love it. Number 3, another oldie but a goodie cartoon, A Charlie Brown Christmas from 1965. Make sure you check out Charlie Brown, Linus, Sally, Lucy, Peppermint Patty, and the gang. Number 2, You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Kid. Make sure you check out A Christmas Story. I'm sure somewhere there's going to be a marathon of that this weekend, so make sure you check it out. From 1983, Peter Billingsley. And if you want to see a good one, check out the sequel when they're all adults. That movie is amazing. I love that sequel, and I'm glad they made it. Christmas Story Christmas is the name of that one. And number 1, every time a bell rings and an angel gets its wings, It's a Wonderful Life comes in at number 1. So make sure you check out those 20 movies this weekend while you're with your family. Let's see. I've got a list of games to play with your family this weekend. So let's go over that. Let's see. 40 fun and free games to play with your family this weekend. This says 38 fun ones. And the other one says 40. But I'm just going to go over 10 of them. It's in Good Housekeeping. You could go check it out. So let's see what the top 10 ones are for families. Ring the Reindeer Antlers. It's basically somebody wears the antlers on their head, and you make out of those little things, you make them into circles, and you toss them on the people's heads. You probably buy a ring toss type things too for it, and that sounds like a fun one. That comes in at number 10. Number 9, Christmas Wrapping Race. Instead of stressing about how beautifully your gifts are wrapped, gather some helper elves and see who can wrap their gift as quickly as possible. Sure, you may not exactly save paper this way, but it does take the pressure off perfectionists among us. So that sounds like fun. The Christmas Wrapping Race. Number 8, Mad Libs. Christmas Mad Libs. Always a fun game. I love Mad Libs. So definitely try that this weekend. Host Christmas family trivia. That's always a fun one. My family on Christmas Eve, we do Family Feud, and that's a fun one. That's a good one too. Let's see, number 6, play Christmas Heads Up. That's a fun one. Coming in number 5, hold sled races. If you're lucky enough to be somewhere where it's getting snow. In the Chicagoland area this weekend, it's going to be 53 degrees. So we're not going to be having sled races. Rudolph race. You put a red nose on your nose and you try to stick it to the Rudolph picture that's drawn on the wall, or you can make a Rudolph out of felt. That's pretty cool. Let's see, Cookies for Santa game. It says, for a festive take on the Oreo Race Challenge, give this game a try. Create stick-on Santa beards for all those who will participate. Then everyone attempt to get an Oreo into their mouths using just their hands. That's number 3. Number 2, Christmas I Spy. You can get a bunch of stuff together and you can I Spy with your little eye, and people can guess what you're thinking of. And then number 1, this is always a classic. My family used to play this, but we don't do as much anymore. We do different stuff now. But number 1 is guess the number of candies. Somebody fills their jar with candy, any kind you want. Could be those little peppermint ones, could be Hershey Kisses, could be M&Ms, could be whatever you want. And everybody has to guess the number. And then whoever is the closest or gets it is the winner. So that sounds like a lot of fun. We also used to play the tray game, where you would have a tray of stuff. People had to remember everything on it and write it down. So that's another fun one that everybody could play. But yeah, those are some games that you could play with your family this Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, or any time during the weekend. Last thing is, you gotta have holiday music. Okay? So with that, we've got the top 10. I'll do a top 10 list of this. The top 10 songs of Christmas to listen to at your holiday party. So put these on your Christmas list, and we'll start out with Child's Christmas in Wales by John Cale. That comes in at number 10. Stay Another Day by East 17 comes in at number 9. Make sure you play that this weekend. Number 8, Santa Claus is Coming to Town by the Jackson 5. Make sure you play that one. Number 7, Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong with Baby It's Cold Outside. Make sure you play that at your Christmas party. Number 6, Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano. Make sure you play that one. Everybody loves Feliz Navidad. I like to mess with my son because he gets mad when I do this. I call it Feliz Navidad. Just to see what he says. And he gets mad. But that comes in at number 6. Number 5, it's Christmas, Baby Please Come Home by Darlene Love. The number 4 song is Bing Crosby's White Christmas. Make sure you play that one. Number 3, Last Christmas by Wham. Another good one. Number 2, Fairy Tale of New York by Pogs and Christine McCowell. Make sure you check that one out. And the number 1 song of Christmas, I'm sure everybody knows this one, is Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, the Queen of Christmas. Make sure you put her on your Christmas list this year for songs. And that's it. I'm taking off. Make sure that you check that stuff out. Gifts for your kids, your husband, your wife, girlfriend, mom, dad, whoever. Make sure you check out those lists at Good Housekeeping. Also, make sure that you check out those movies that I mentioned, Christmas songs, and make sure you play some games this weekend. It's Christmas. I hope everybody gets in the spirit this year. It's a great time of the year for kids and family members. Make sure you get your dog a gift if you got a dog and that's your child, or even if it's not your child, get your dog a gift this year. I hope everybody has a very, very Merry Christmas. Next year, or next week, will be the last show of 2023. So we are going to have our normal sports stuff, but we are also going to have a year in review show. So the show might be about an hour next week. I'm going to do top 10 songs of the year. I'm going to do the top 10 movies of the year, TV, all that stuff. We're going to talk about 2023, the highs and lows. We're going to have a fun show next week. So make sure you check that out next Thursday. But let's see how I do with my picks this weekend, and we'll see how everything goes. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and this Christmas weekend, don't die. Enjoy your time with your family. I'll see everybody next week. Peace out.